Time is more valuable than money. You can get more money, but you cannot get more time. Do you agree with me on this one? Let me know in the comment section below. So today is supposed to be another masterclass for all of you. And by now, you know the drill that you're supposed to sit with a pen and notebook whenever you're attending this masterclass. Because in this session, we actually get into some real English learning, where we get a chance to upskill our English speaking skills. If you're ready for today's session, then stay with me for the next few minutes. Hey my dear learners, how are you all doing? Welcome to Skillfident with your mentor Namita. I have a good and a bad news for you today. The bad news is time flies, but the good news is that you are the pilot. Well, today we are going to talk about expressions with time, and you know how valuable time is. So today we are going to talk about some wonderful expressions which are with time and which you can use in your conversation to leave good impression on your listeners and to polish your own English level, your own skills, and to speak better English. So you feel more confident whenever you speak good English. To speak good English, you have to include some nice phrases, good vocabulary into your speaking. So today we are talking about expressions with time. The first expression is against time. Now, against time means doing something as fast as possible because you don't have enough time or because you're running out of time. Let me give you an example for this one. The employees will be working against time to get the project completed. So when you don't have ample amount of time, then you use this expression against time, when you have to do something very quickly, when you have less of time. So then we use the expression against time. Let's talk about the second expression. The second one is ahead of time. Ahead of time. As the words are suggesting, ahead means doing something earlier than it was expected or doing something in advance. An example would make it more clear to you. The plane landed half an hour ahead of time. Like the plane was supposed to land at 9:30, but it landed at 9. So then we use ahead of time. So whenever something is happening in advance or it is happening earlier than it was expected, then you will use ahead of time. How would you use it in your sentences? You can let me know in the comment section below. The third expression is behind the time. Now this is completely opposite of ahead the time. Behind the time means later than expected time, when something is happening after the decided time. When you were expecting it to happen, it happens late in that. So then we use behind time. Now the example can be the train left 20 minutes behind time. So these are very common ones. These expressions are very simple ones. These are not something which you need to use only when you're speaking advanced English. These kind of expressions you can use in your regular everyday conversations. And once you develop the habit of using phrasal verb, nice expressions, some advanced phrases, it would be very easy for you to sound polished and you yourself will feel more confident about your English. Now the fourth expression is the whole time. The whole time. We use the whole time for something which is happening continuously during a particular period of time. Something which was happening all across the moments. So then we use the whole time. Like in schools, teacher always say that he kept complaining the whole time, or my friend kept cheating in the examination the whole time. So you can use the whole time when something is happening continuously for the entire duration or for that particular period of time. So then we use the whole time. Now the fifth expression with time is at the same time. At the same time. You must have heard of it. At the same time is used for something happening along with the other thing. it means something happening at one time together. When two activities are happening at one time, then we use at the same time. Let me make it clear to you with an example. Like, she was laughing and crying at the same time. So when we say that these are tears of happiness, so this is like a person is crying but inside they are happy. So she was laughing at crying at the same time. Or we also say it that whenever we are trying to very laugh, there is a comedy scene happening, or there is something, which is making you laugh harder. So then the tears automatically start flowing out of your eyes. So that moment also is all about when you're laughing and crying at the same time. When two things are happening together, like she was watching a movie and reading a book at the same time. Though this is a very rare combination, but how will you use it? Let me know. How will you use it for two activities which were done at the same time? So let me know. I'll be waiting for your comments for this one especially. Okay, now the sixth one is in no time, and that's a very beautiful expression. In no time. I think you would have made out the meaning by now. In no time means something which is happening very soon, something which happened quickly, in the flick of the eye also is one way we say it. So when something happens in no time, it means it happened quickly. An example would be, we called the fire brigade which arrived in no time. Or you can also use in less than or next to no time also along with it. Like you can also say we called the fire brigade which arrived in less than no time, something which happened just like that, something which happened very quickly. So we use less than no time, or otherwise you can simply use in no time. That would also be great. Okay, now the seventh expression is of all time. Of all time. It's a beautiful expression and it is used for something which has ever lived or existed, like as we use it for legends, like he is the greatest athlete of all time, or in my opinion Sachin Tendulkar is the best cricketer of all time. Do you agree with this one? Isn't he the greatest cricketer of all time? So of all time is used for something which is everlasting, which has ever lived, like DDLJ, Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge is the most romantic movie of all time. So I would again want to know, how would you use it? These are wonderful expressions and you should start using them in your language to just take your language skills to next level. It's time that you start doing that. You should start polishing your skills a bit more. Okay, now eighth one, which is last but not the least and my favorite one. That is why I have kept it in the last. High time, and you must have heard it in many of my videos. I use it a lot. High time. It's high time that you start working on your English. I always say this thing to you. High time is used for doing something, like when the time is now, it is time to do something that you should have done long ago, like you're already past the time to do it. You should have done it much before, so now it is high time that you do it. That is how we use high time. Like it's high time that we start making some positive changes in our English learning practice or in our English learning routine. It is high time now that we start using good vocabulary in our English. For how long are we going to get stuck into basic English? It's high time that we start stepping from intermediate level to advanced level. So this channel is all for those learners who really want to upskill their English learning game. It is not for the people who want to stick to basic English, who are still using translation methods and all of that. That's why I have introduced these master classes for all of you, so that you can actually learn something new, some new vocabulary, new phrases, new expressions, and take your level, English level, to the next step, so that you don't stick to the basic or the intermediate level. So I hope you've noted all of them down. Now you know what you're supposed to do. You are going to create one sentence using each of the expression and share a few with me in the comment section down below. I'll be waiting for your responses and I'll see you in my next video. Till then, take care of yourself. Bye bye for now.